welcome to another episode of Games Done Slow and Bad, where today, instead of playing games slowly and most often badly, we're going to go through something that I'm sure some of you would find interesting, and that's recording classic content. Today, I use an HDML Cloner Box Pro. The HDML Cloner Box Pro is in the mid $100 to $200 range, issued by Cloner Alliance, and fundamentally this takes the place of an Elgato. So yeah, most people record with an Elgato. I found this, it meets my needs better for classic recording for a few reasons. On the back, there is a power in, an HDMI in, a mixed media in, and an HDMI out that goes to the TV. There's a line for the PC for when I do live streams. There's a line for my mic, there's a line for my audio out, and there's a line in which I can insert a memory stick to record with. Up until recently, my recording has been done primarily with a Super Nintendo Classic and a Retro Duo Mascot Edition. This buddy right here plays Super Nintendo games in one slot, regular Nintendo games in another slot, however, not Famicom games. It can play Super Famicom games because those pinouts are the same. And when I want to play a Game Boy game, I pick up a Super Game Boy and I drop that in the Super Nintendo slot. This is how I have been recording. This is how everything you've seen thus far has been recorded. Recently, I've upgraded my rig to a Retron 5. The Retron 5 has the advantage of playing Game Boy, Famicom, regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, as well as Super Famicom, and Sega Genesis out of the box. The controllers allow for the playing of any of the games through configurable setups and are Bluetooth, which is awfully nice. Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, and Game Boy Color games can be played. On the sides, it has, and this is probably not the best light, so I'll pull it over, the ability to insert a Super Nintendo, a regular Nintendo / Famicom, or a Sega Genesis controller. So, a lot of weird one-off controllers, such as arcade sticks, could theoretically be used in this rig. This has a benefit above and beyond, let's say, a Super NES or NES Classic, because I can use controllers that feel more native to the game. Additionally, the Retron 5 supports cheat codes. So in the event that there's something that I can't do myself, I can still show it off. Additionally, the usage of this HDML box allows me to record the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 exports video via an AV cable. That AV cable gives me the prototypical yellow, red, white output. Here's why I went with my Cloner Box Pro. The mixed media input I discussed earlier allows me a great deal of flexibility in retro recording. It gives me access to AV component and VGA. This is awesome because in addition to doing HD, I have access to all of these types. So obviously, in doing this, as long as I can export to AV, which most things, manufactured after the 1980s have, I'm able to record the whole kit and caboodle using this. Additionally, if I want to record something off my Switch, because I have an HDMI out and an HDMI in, I can pipe that through this box and into the TV and play while recording. Hey, I thought this would be a fun and interesting video. If you yourself would like to get into recording retro content and you're not a snob about the picture quality, this works great. There are other tricks that people have done, let's say to convert an N64 to HDMI, which I find personally insane. The Retron 5 actually exports in HDMI. It's not the prettiest thing. It's not as though it's going to improve the graphics. But it's a nice little box. This Retro Duo served me exceptionally well. With the addition of a Sega Genesis adapter, I was able to play Genesis games on this. So this is a nice little guy. And the classics are great. I actually just recently scored an NES classic, so you'll probably see content like that coming to the channel. Additionally, because of the Retron, you might start to see some Famicom games. I'm going to make the attempt because I think it could be really fun, and a lot of this stuff allows me the ability to put language patches on anyways. So hey guys, sorry about the video quality. My phone is not the greatest phone of all time, but I thought that this would be interesting. If you have questions on how you could rig something up yourself, please drop me a comment below. Or I have my contact information listed on the channel, and you can get me up on Gmail. Or you can tweet at me, games_done_slow. In any event, guys, thank you so much and have a nice night.